good morning. Even though it's the afternoon, but we went live when it was the morning, so have that. Yeah, welcome to twitch.tv/Ice Cream Uploads. My name is Graham D. Still with the lurgy. I'm also joined by Amanda, also has the lurgy, but despite all this, we still bring you your scoop live and on time-ish, at 10 a.m.-ish, each and every single weekday-ish. How's things, babe? I'll read.
Yeah, it's been great, Graham. It's been great, Graham. It's been great, Graham. Yeah, we'll get there eventually. Both, again, still under the weather is the polite way of putting it. But the show must go on and all that.
That's what happens when you're just a world-class exceptional content creator and you've got all the gems, but still you go live on Twitch. My arm needs oiling. Can you hear that?
What's that?
That's my mic arm when I move it around. Oh.
Yeah, that does need a bit of the old WD.
Yikes. Anyway, how are you guys doing? If you are in the stream, do please feel free to let us know if you're in the stream. Do you know what? I actually let us down. And I'm going to say that I did it on purpose, and I didn't. I forgot. I actually forgot. I let us down because I didn't. I usually, when we go live and stuff, we do the intro videos and stuff, I push buttons on the stream deck. However, the button on the stream deck for the scoop intro isn't festive. It isn't seasonal. So let me jump back to the start slate because I can see you all spamming our new Halloween emotes in the chat. Let me jump back to the start slate. You'll get spammed with the videos, sources, and stuff that are open. I'll end those, and then we'll do the scoop intro once more for you beautiful people.
Yeah.
Kill that. Nice. Okay, it's Halloween. You can see we've got pumpkins, we've got the evil face, we've got a pumpkin-themed heart in the chat. So let's start the scoop. Shout out to not only the entire design team at Jelly as well, because they always give us world-class assets and animations and things. That's why our stream looks so good. But shout out to Tommy specifically, because I think that's the first. I mean, he's done moving assets in the channel before. So the new animated emotes, that's done by new designer Tommy, but that's his first video asset that we've had off of him on screen. So he's Halloweenified the scoop intro. So yeah. So for the next 2 weeks-ish, it's about 2.5 weeks, in the build-up to Halloween, we've just adopted the Halloween vibe. We might throw in some scary streams and stuff here and there. We'll see how that goes. We haven't made plans to that extent yet. But because you guys have been supporting us incredibly over the last few weeks, so we thought we'd want to spice things up. So we want to make the emotes and the subs and stuff that you guys get for subbing, should I say, changes. It's not like, okay, it's just the same stuff over and over again. So we now have new animated emotes. We are going to be bringing additional emotes themed around us and our faces. Proper emotes. But for now, we've brought back some of the Halloween stuff. So if you've been a long-time sub or a long-time viewer on Ice Cream Uploads, you may have seen our new Halloween stuff before. So we've got, obviously, in the shape of an ice cream, a blob of ice cream, we've got a mummy. We've got a pumpkin. We've got the evil face dude. There is also a pumpkin-themed heart, and there is. I think I threw something else in. What else did I put in? Let me see. Obviously there's the Rip gravestone, but we've had that for a while anyway. And then just for us, because I don't expect anyone to be tier 2 or 3-ish, I've then thrown in different hearts. So we usually have the Ice Up Love heart, which is the Ice Cream Uploads purple heart. But then there's a blood red one, and then there's a Halloween pumpkin one. So yeah, new stuff, nice. And our social channels have been updated too. So we've got cobwebs and pumpkins and all the usual Halloweeny stuff, because why not get into the spirit of the event? Yeah, you love to see it. Anyway, how are we all doing? If you're in the chat, please do feel free to let us know that you're here. Just like Gaga did says, good after morning. Do you know what? That is exceptional. That is the one. Good after morning. That's what we call it now. Nice one, Gaga. Okay, there we go. Good after morning, gentlemen. Ish. Tito. I'll read. CrossGod says, happy 10 a.m.-ish, gents. Thank you very much, dude. How are you doing today? Bonsai. Bacon Chin, afternoon. Oh, Bacon Chin, good news. I will be ordering your shirt today. West got his updated shirt. I say updated, his corrected shirt yesterday, and sent me some pictures through last night, and it looks flawless. So we will get your shirt ordered to you today. There has been some changes as well. The reason West's shirt wasn't up to speed at the first time is because Gamers Apparel have changed their printing. They used to like order it and get it shipped in, whereas they do all of their printing in-house now. So hopefully that means your shirt will arrive much quicker than everyone else's as well, which would be nice since you've had to wait so long for it to be sorted. But we will order your shirt today, and hopefully you'll have that sharpish. So yeah, so I might be in your messages earlier on just in case I need any more details, although you did give me those the other week, so I will get that ordered and we'll go from there. Nice. Timeless says, good afternoon. Good says, how's things, Timeless? How's your lurgy? Are you feeling any better? Are you feeling good? What we're saying? Next Gen Base says, what up, boys? Lunchtime scoop to go with the pepperami. Nice. We're saying that's Ace. I'm assuming it was talking about the intro and the world class design work. I'm assuming that's what it is. Thank you very much. Morning all, very nice, spicy. How do Bonsai and Timeless? Hey. Oh, there's a Danny Day 83 in the chat using the evil emote, which is very apt. I want to check in. I love you, babe. Don't hurt me. No, she's already been looking after me. I've had 2 brews, and she made me an exceptional bacon butty this morning. And she's not feeling 100%. I think I've given her my allergy. So if anyone's evil in this house, it's me. So cheers, babe. Bibby's cap has a bit of curve going on. I know he's trying to be flat peak, but he really deep down inside wants just a little bit of curvature.
Let me finish this once and for all, for fuck's sake.
Let's go, big bib, just to see what's happening.
So these are all the caps that I possess. There's a lot of them. So that's a golf one. That's got a curve on it. I'm not denying that one. Flat peak Twitch hat. Shit shirt hat. Flat peak.
That looked curved to me, but
another golf hat. Curve. That's curve. Crash Bandicoot. That's
curved.
flat.
Clearly curved.
That's flat.
100% curved.
Another Samantha's golf hat. I don't know why that's in here. That's curved.
So curved is outnumbering at the moment. That's what I'm saying.
They're all golf hat. The curved are all golf.
I mean, what would really be the proof in the pudding though is if you've got, I don't know, a battle royale themed hat. That is what we'd base it. There was Bibby's PUBG Sanok hat. It's curved.
Curved. Flat peak Batman hat straight from Las Vegas with my name on the side. Flat. A WD black hat that I got from EGX 2 years ago. That's curved. I'll give you that one. And then, do you know what? It might actually be evens-ish, you know. A Pez hat. Curved.
I have one of those on this wall somewhere. Oh, it's just right next to me here, just down here. Ta-da! Pez hat, yeah, curved.
I've got a Pez League one in my box underneath here as well. That one's flat.
Yeah,
that's flat.
That's one of these ones. Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't see what you was using, but yeah, flat.
Oh no, I've just knocked all my hats and stuff off the wall. Yeah,
it probably was on as even. That, to be fair,
I don't think mine will come through on the stream. Let me go all cam. I don't know if you can see it from the new camera angle. You can see some of them on the wall. Well, I've got a curved Twitch hat, a curved Pez hat, a curved PUBG Dynaland hat, a curved PUBG hat, a curved Ice Cream Uploads blue hat, Fat Peak Pez League hat. That one can stay because we made that. We got that printed, so that one can stay. Curved Muscle Moose, curved Mighty Ducks, curved Hawkins High School, Stranger Things, and then curved Hambino hat. So only one of mine is flat peak, and that exists because we got it printed. So that it's fair. So yeah.
It all depends on what size head you've got, and I've got a fat round head.
Do you know
so it's perfect for mine.
It's. I mean, I wouldn't have quite said fat round head, but I think if you've got like a thin head, so my head's more longer than it is like fat round, as Bib says, then flat peaks don't suit me. So if you've got more of a square shaped head, whereas mine's more rectangular, then flat peaks suit more. Nice. Afternoon, even says Mr. Andy Day in the chat. He again. Oi, says Show. How did you get on with Back for Blood, Show? I did drop out. I dropped back in again, and I saw that you were like full on concentration phase because you had a full squad going on. Also, Back for Blood is a bit of an attack on the senses. So whilst it's an exceptional game to watch, it's not really the best one for engaging with the chat. But you still did good. You still did good. It's nice. Bacon Chin says thank you. No, thank you, mate. Thank you, mate. And what do you do for Danny Day, Graham? I sit upstairs and keep out of the way. I try to. No, I don't try to not give her grief. I give her grief all day. I provide her with copious amounts of grief. So all of the stuff that you see on stream, imagine that times 10 and living with you. Yeah, that's what she gets from me. She's a glutton for punishment. She knew it. It was sold as seen, no returns. So there you go. I know Bibby was a sticker-on boy. He is. He's street.
That's me. That is me.
Zathron says, "Are you Bibby?"
Yes, I am. How are you, mate? How are you?
Yeah, this guy. He is he. Why would anyone want a flat when curves are so much better? Says Gagad. Agreed, says West. And why would you keep
Massively
the stickers
agree.
on? Says West. Shaw says, I love it. Played with mates, and it's so fun. Yeah, you look like you're having a good time. Hi, Bibby. I ever mentioned you on Twitter? I don't. Have you mentioned him, or I even mentioned him? What do you mean?
I don't know. What's your Twitter? What's your Twitter handle, pal?
Cross God says, Redeeming ask a question. Are you guys brothers? In which sense? Biologically, no, but
Blood brothers.
yeah, homies, yeah, for sure. I mean, he wants to be my brother, but you know, he's my brother from another mother. It's that kind of sense. So
No, because that means you'd be the older brother, and I'm not being the younger brother. I have a younger brother, and
well,
I would rather not be that guy.
yeah, if younger brothers are dickheads, as David will tell you, Fatman Dave in the chat is my older brother, and he will tell you that younger brothers are dickheads. So Bibby is 100% my younger brother. so yeah, we're not brothers, but we're brothers.
I have a younger sister and a younger brother, and believe me, I do not want to be the younger child. I'm quite happy being the bigger brother and just beating the living shit out of both of them and getting away with it, because that's what older brothers can do, right? It's your God-given right as an older brother to be able to do that.
Exactly. And it's your God-given right as a younger brother to just be a cheeky shit. So that's where it comes from. There you go.
Are you Coco's trying to get out?
Yeah, that's why I jumped to Coco Cam. I could just see the tail moving around at the bottom of the screen. The chat wants Coco. The chat gets Coco. Bye, Coco. Yeah.
Off she goes. I need to get another webcam to set up at the side of my desk here, pointing down towards her bed, so we can actually have a Coco cam.
Do you know what? It's funny you say that, because there's a PUBG streamer. I've got his hat over there. He sent me a hat. Hambino. He has a dog behind him, and he has a cam. I used to have a cam that would look down at his dog. Me and Danielle have spoken about getting a pup a few times, and I was like, yeah, well, I'll move my alt cam from behind, which is now up, and stick that down there. So if we ever get a pup, there we go, dog down there. Although we're not going to get a dog now, because Danielle says I'll give it all the affection and not give her any. So.
Yeah, these are things that people have to contend with, unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly. God. David says, I've said before, but with my fat face, flat peaks make me look like a simpleton. It's not that. There you go. And there's the younger brother relationship, as you can see. Bibby ever comments about my posts about Pez bootleg?
Right, okay. So you're a modded Pez guy. That makes a lot more sense.
That makes sense. It'd be weird if you were brothers and lovers. Touche. Sorry for my Discord trolling, says West. I wasn't sure if David got that or not. So West was talking about, there was in our Discord, !Discord, which West has tried to type in the chat, but I had some Windows updates that I ran yesterday, so I had to restart my PC. So chat bot for the loot drop and the Discord links. Chat drop will be live in a couple of seconds, but not quite yet. Anyway, in the Discord, David was talking about Star Trek, or Lake brought it up, I think, and David was talking about being a Trekkie, and West full on got his fishing rod out and just started talking about, yeah, I'm not a big fan of Star Trek because of all the Cybermen. So like David, 2 days later, it's like, I've been stewing about this for a while, but that's not actually Star Trek. And West just posted the Joey Tribbiani sort of gif. GG's. You love to see it. Bit of Game of Thrones about it all. honestly. Resistance is pointless. Exactly. That's what those robot people say. They're the Sadmen, aren't they? Oh no, they're not the Sadmen. It begins with B. Is it like the Berg or something like that? Yeah, nice. Anyway, how can I find your videos playing PES 6 on your Twitch? They won't be on Twitch now. That was a long while ago. So Twitch VODs only last about 3 months. So that was probably over a year ago. The ones where Fish absolutely dunked on Bib on stream without any remorse whatsoever.
That was at my old house, actually. That was at my old house. But I have streamed PES 6 quite a few times from this house because I had a modded 2020 to 2021 season, which I did like 3 seasons on. We did have that streamed, but again, that was like 5 months ago. So they definitely won't be in the VOD either, unfortunately.
For sure. So you can't. Sorry, mate. Trekkies can never leave it alone. I know, 2 days. Just imagine David shaking. Is it like a kettle? Like boiling up to the top. Next Gen Base says, in the Game of Thrones, you either win or go live at midday. So there you go, 10 a.m.-ish. Nice. Speaking of which, we are live because it is 10 a.m.-ish. It's 12:22. With The Scoop, the UK's #1 video game podcast, even if we do say so ourselves. We are here to bring you your daily dose of news from the world of video games and beyond. The biggest, the best, the breaking stories in the world of video games, followed by our thoughts and our impressions on those stories. But that's not where it stops. If you are with us live on Twitch, twitch.tv/Ice Cream Uploads, when we go live at 10 a.m.-ish each and every single weekday, do feel free to get involved with your thoughts and impressions. Then give us your thoughts and impressions on our thoughts and impressions. That's what this whole show is about. It's a podcast going through all of that news and having a bit of a discussion about it. And it's important that that discussion does take place because the live stream gets turned into a podcast, a video for YouTube, and an audio podcast on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, and Google Play. So if you're in the chat, please get involved. Make sure you get involved. And if you are getting involved, you should also be able to now get involved with the chatbot commands. Chatbot should be alive. It is. Nice. So if anyone could just do me a favor and type !loot drop in the chat. I know it's already been typed already, but it didn't work then, but it should work now. That will give you the details of our loot drop. Actually, it won't give you all of the details on the loot drop, to be fair. It won't give you the up-to-date details. So we did announce just yesterday, can you grab the link to yesterday's tweet? I don't know if you've pinned it yet or not, babe.
But the loot drop, I can.
We announced that this month's loot drop will be a copy of Call of Duty Vanguard. So we've ditched the Twitter poll this time and gone back to the original style of choosing the prize. That's because Call of Duty Vanguard is being provided to us free. Hashtag ad, hashtag spawn. It's not an ad or a spawn. It's just hashtag gifted. So the code that we will give away is a code that is gifted to us, but it's not to pay for any thoughts or opinions, by the way, even though corporate shilling was mentioned quite intensively yesterday. So yeah, Call of Duty Vanguard is this month's prize. That's what we'll be giving away to one subscriber because subscribers get prizes, or one of us does. Anyway, one person that's a sub wins a prize. All you need to do is be a subscriber on the draw day, which is the 1st of November, I think it is.
Conveniently.
Nice, yeah. The first Monday of the month, this month, is the first day of the month. So the 1st of November will be the draw day. If you're a subscriber on that day and you're in our Discord and you've linked your Twitch and Discord accounts up, then you'll be in it. That's all you need to do. You'll be involved every single month that you are a subscriber. So make sure you get involved. So, are you guys watching the new Oasis documentary? Not right now. No.
I will be. I meant to go to the cinema with the wife to watch it.
What is MOTL? That's Masters of the League. That's our Master League series in PES. We haven't done for about 10 months now because we stopped for Christmas and COVID and all sorts of stuff. And then we changed from OBS, Streamlabs to OBS. So we've lost the scenes and it all needs building and stuff. So that will return, but we have no time frame or no plans to bring that back just yet. Tazebad says, what happens if I sub and don't want that piece of shit? Then feel free to gift it to someone else. Feel free.
Yeah.
Camaldino! Afternoon. Thank you very much for the Prime sub for 3 whole months. That's 12 in total. That's a full year. Not only on a quarter-year streak, but you've subscribed and supported the channel for a full year now, Cam. Which I absolutely think is the minimum that you can do, if I'm being honest, Cam, because haven't you won like 2 on-stream prizes from us before? So yeah, you bloody should. I'm not joking. Thank you very much for the support, dude. Thank you very much, mate. Afternoon. Here he is. Y'all read, Cam, says Next Gen Base. So yes, the loot drop, do feel free to get involved. You don't have to sub to the channel. That's just one way that we do like to try to give back to you. If you do win a copy of Call of Duty Vanguard and you don't want it, then unlucky. But that's just the prize for this month. If you don't want it, feel free to regift it. It's just a nice bit of us giving back. And appreciate, I'm not going to shout where we've got the game from, but the fact that we do get things like that to give away does help, because it means that the money that we would usually spend on a prize, we could just invest into buying extra things for the channel, which is nice. Can I swap it for a curved peak cap and donate it to Bibby so he's no longer a flat peak wanker? Maybe.
I've got the opportunity to go into the office and I just have a look at it from a distance, but then not put it on my head because I'm not a fucking loser and why would I want to wear flat peak hats? But yeah, I do have the opportunity from that.
Madge! Mike, thank you very much for the, is it 200? There it is. It is 200 bits. Thank you for the 200 bits. Yeah. Thank you very much, dude. Yeah, I mean, don't bother giving bits, though. Just give us cash, because then we get all of it and we don't have to share it with... I'm not joking. It was Aratrax was talking about it yesterday. He gifted 5 subs in someone's channel, and that person said, don't gift subs. Just give me the money, because that way I get all of it. And it's like, yikes. Well, you're a lovely streamer, aren't you? Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Do you know what? I do want to shout out as well that we are, if anyone missed it yesterday, we had a big sub spectacular from Aratrax. We are now on 137 subscribers on the channel, which is... yet again, a new record. So that so it just keeps going up. It will drop soon because obviously September will drop off. But at this point in time, we're up to 137 subscribers, which is ridiculous. So thank you very much, everyone that has helped in any way, shape, or form. You beautiful people.
Isn't it weird that didn't start a train yesterday? I know that's completely off topic, but it didn't start a train despite him subscribing 30, giving away 30 gifties.
I find it kind of a swizz in that sort of sense. So if you wanna start a hype train in someone's channel, if you want to gift subs in a group, in a bunch, then that's also like ridiculously exceptional. But if you're after starting a train, Twitch kind of sways you in that sort of sense. So you could give 3 individual subs and you will start a hype train. If you give 3 gifted subs, you don't. That's one instance of gifting. It classes it as one. So you have to do 3 separate instances of bits of gifts or subscriptions to start a hype train. So the bits from Magic, the sub from Camaldino is 2 instances. And there we go.
Yeah. There we go.
Hype train, let's go, baby.
There was one on the way so far. Fuck it, we're doing it today.
There you go. And it's a good sub as well. Jade Farrar dropped tons of donos on the channel as well. So we gifted him a sub straight away off the back of that. And obviously his sub must have expired. So now he's got another gifted. So there you go, Jade. Enjoy the extended sub. Thank you very much, everyone, including Babe, for helping build out the channel following. Do you know what? I was going to say I'm going to see if I can dig out enough money to pay for 12 subs just to push us to the next level. But that money's actually been spoken for something. Can't say what, but soon. Anyway, that's enough of that. There is a hype train ongoing. Feel free to jump in. If you jump in the hype train, you get hype train emotes, I think, but don't feel like you have to. By the way, we've had more than enough over this last month, but if you want to push it up, feel free. For now, though, in the meantime, what I will do is jump into the news that we are here for today. You may have seen the story that we've shared on social media. That will be our headline story. Is the fact that Ghost Recon Frontline had a beta test. Yeah, they've got a beta test. Anyway, it was delayed 1 day before it was set to start. Yikes. So Ghost Recon had a little bit of a rocky patch over the last 24 months-ish, maybe a bit longer. We've been kind of saying, we've looked at, what was the Ghost Recon we looked at not too long ago, Bib? Like last week before.
Wildlands.
And it looks pretty good.
It's old now.
Yeah.
It's old compared to Breakpoint.
All the reports are, though, Wildlands has had a lot of effort put into it, and it's actually a solid game. Breakpoint, not so much. And we were hoping, okay, well, maybe, hopefully they can capture some of that. A beta being pulled 1 day before it's due to start. Don't know. We'll go through that news. Elsewhere, sticking with shooters, though, we did talk about it yesterday. We said we would have an update for you today, and we do. Activision unveils new server-side and kernel-level anti-cheat solution for Call of Duty, heading to both Vanguard and Warzone. It's called Ricochet Anti-Cheat. We'll go through that as our second story. Then we'll jump into the facts that EA's FIFA dispute. So the fact that EA might not call their next game FIFA, it might be called EA Sports FC. We were like, well, and we were throwing numbers out yesterday, and I said, what if that was like a $10 million deal? What if they just said, look, we'll give you 5 and call it quits? And I genuinely was thinking, I could be overestimating that, or I could be half that. It could be $20 million deal. No, actually, EA's FIFA dispute is reportedly over demands for a doubled $2.5 billion fee. Woo! Did not expect those to be the figures. No wonder. EA Sports FC, please. That's where I would be. Yikes. That's the third story of the day. And then we will finish off with a little bit of Free Game Thursday-ish. It's free games, but not for everyone, as Sony is giving away free games to PS Plus members to celebrate PlayStation VR's 5th anniversary. To celebrate PlayStation VR's 5th anniversary. No idea what they are just yet, but a heads up is always nice. So I say they're not for everyone. They might just be VR games. They could be for everyone. I'm not 100% sure. We'll go through that article and stuff. But for now, Mr. Bibb.
Yeah.
Ghost Recon Frontline.
Yep.
Should we jump in a beta?
I think we should, Graham.
I don't think we should. No. Because
I don't think we can. Is the correct answer there.
Andy Chalker, PC Gamer, has the article. Once again, the title says, Ghost Recon Frontline beta test delayed 1 day before it was set to start. Ubisoft didn't say why testing has been pushed back, but strong negative reaction to the game could be a reason. Ooh, so Ghost Recon Frontline was announced last week as a free, class-based battle royale set in the Clancyverse, the only cinematic setting in which Jim from The Office is an action hero. Good series, actually. Shame it got cancelled. Anyway, Frontline will support multiple modes, battles of more than 100 players. It was 102. And unlike most battle royales, also features an extraction mechanic akin to Hunt Showdown. After completing a series of objectives, teams must hold out against an enemy onslaught for a set period of time before escaping. Sounds fine, right? The plan was to hold the first round of closed beta testing from October the 14th to the 21st, but Ubisoft announced today, 1 day before the scheduled start, that it's decided to put things on hold. I'm going to expand the tweet. No, actually, well, it might jump out into a new window. I'll just carry on with the articles. You can see this is obviously referencing a tweet. We have decided it is best to postpone the closed test for Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Frontline, Ubisoft tweeted. The development team is dedicated to creating the best experience possible. We'll share details on the new date for the closed test as soon as we can. The terse message says nothing about the reasons for the delay, which seems especially odd given that it was set to start just a week after Frontline was revealed, a date that Ubisoft would have been quite confident in other words. But it's possible that Ubisoft did not foresee the reaction to the game itself. Nico Partners senior analyst Daniel Ahmad, aka ZHugeX on Twitter, speculated on Twitter that the test was delayed because of how poorly Ghost Recon Frontline was received, and it's not hard to see why. The announcement video on YouTube has 4 times as many dislikes as likes. Reddit almost immediately predicted doom and gloom for the entire franchise, and replies to the tweet about the delay are filled with calls to cancel the whole thing outright, often accompanied by demands for a real Ghost Recon game. I don't think Frontline looked bad by any measure when it was announced, and the addition of an extraction requirement could be a really fun twist. Extractions made for a really intense coda to Mass Effect 3 multiplayer missions way back when, but its late arrival to the party, already dominated by Call of Duty Warzone, Apex Legends, and Escape from Tarkov, and PUBG, and follows the less than stellar Ghost Recon Breakpoint, not exactly a solid jumping off point. Meanwhile, Ubisoft is still love the use of this phrase in a journalistic article, is still dicking around with Splinter Cell, which has not gone unnoticed by Tom Clancy game fans either. I've reached out to Ubisoft for more information on the reasons for the delay and if an updated launch target has been set, and will update if I receive a reply. I mean, we weren't sticking the knife in to Ghost Recon Frontline. It was just a bit, it wasn't why though, or but why. It was a okay.
Mhm.
I need more. I need to see more. It could be bad. It could be okay. It could be great. It could. I don't know. Doesn't seem like everyone else thought that. 4 times as many dislikes on the YouTube video, an onslaught of negativity around it, and now the beta test has been delayed. Is that a sign that this should not ever make it to the front line? What are your thoughts, babe?
Yeah, this is interesting to say the least. Purely off of the back that this was a day before it was meant to go live. Like they had the negative reaction from preview beta playtests, and the day before it's meant to go live for, I assume, a much wider audience, that they just decided, do you know what, this probably isn't worth it. Now, fair play for having the bollocks to do that, because I think a lot of people would just probably throw it out anyway, and then take all the experience off of the bat, and all the comments from the community on board, and then potentially patch it later down the line. But a day before, in fact, I'm going to have a look at how much their stocks potentially may have fallen from this,
I've
because
just while you're
have
looking
you
for
just
that.
done the same thing?
No, I've just updated the discussion now with the help from Viv in the chat. He said, confirmed, the Scoop causes cancellation of new Tom Clancy game. So I've just updated the discussion now to Scoop cancels new Tom Clancy game. So there you go. There you go.
Well,
I will update
I'm
it
not
again.
saying that because we since this morning, and we started to talk about it and the video went out, it's fallen off a cliff. That's nothing to do with us. I'm not taking any responsibility of that. But yeah, it's down 2% at the moment in time. So whether or not that's based off of over the last 2 days, 2%. Sorry, it's actually down 4%. It's down $2.29 or euros in this case. So news like that does have an impact. Let's be honest. It's a game that I imagine a lot of people may be excited about. Some people are probably going to try it out for the first time because they've never really played anything like this before. And it's a Ubisoft game. Ubisoft games are Marmite to a lot of people. You either love them or you hate them. And I'm actually a lover of Ubisoft games. I was never really into Assassin's Creed until the latest one came out with Valhalla. That kind of got me into the franchise. Love Far Cry. I've never really been into Tom Clancy games. However, they have brought out things like Breakpoint, which look good, didn't necessarily play that well, and people was complaining about it. But Wildlands is probably the one that I have the most interest in that I'm yet to play. So this one looked okay from what I'd seen. It looks like I could potentially have a go at it and then see what comes of that. This isn't going to do him any good, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's a shame because I mean the thing is quite often a game can be vilified before people have seen it, and anyone that's in our Discord knows that I will always say if someone's getting too excited, I'll be like, just wait and play it. If someone's getting too negative, I'll be like, all right, just wait and play it. So it's easy to get caught up in positivity or negativity. I try to always come back to okay, try it for yourself. Or if you can't try it for yourself, because that requires money, try get a good feel for it, either from watching streams or from getting a good recommendation from someone that you believe in their opinion, be that a content creator or someone that you actually know. So I was trying to remain. Do you know what this game? Let's see. But I wasn't convinced after. Ubisoft have not had the greatest half a decade for me. They've had so many games that have just come and gone. Like Watch Dogs was a great idea for a franchise for me. And to be fair, I didn't try the latest Watch Dogs, but it could have been good. I just feel like it didn't really grab me with the marketing. The most exciting thing that they did in their marketing was include Stormzy in it, which I felt, okay, that's real. If you're having a game that's based in London, you've got Stormzy in there, you're actually leaning into the music and you're including him in the game and the marketing, and that's nice. But then it just dropped off. There was no long game. There's no long shelf life to that game. Ubisoft's Assassin's games have been hit and miss. Valhalla, I've been told, was exceptional by Bibi many times, and Spike as well. Spike absolutely loves Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So they've had a couple of decent games, but Ghost Recon definitely isn't that. So Watch Dogs up and down. Assassin's Creed down and up. Whereas Ghost Recon has just been flatlining, or if not, completely on a downward spiral. So the whole idea of a big reshuffle, changing the direction of it, is for me, I'm thinking, okay, Ghost Recon came from the fact that Tom Clancy built incredible worlds in your mind and then dropping those into a video game. That's what Tom Clancy's about. Slapping Tom Clancy's name on the front of a video game and then just throwing it into another attempt at a battle royale. Don't get me wrong, I love battle royale. A lot of people are against battle royale, but I don't think they realize that they're not against battle royale. A lot of people are against the idea of shit shoehorns into battle royale. Battle royale is exceptional, but just like, I mean, I was talking to Bibby about pulled pork yesterday. Pulled pork is wonderful, but you can get shit pulled pork. But pulled pork is wonderful. Same with battle royale. Good battle royale is good, but shit battle royale is just not battle royale. It's not. It's something different. And this is not Ghost Recon. It's not Tom Clancy. It can be Ghost Recon in a video game sense, but it's not Tom Clancy. It's like Ratatouille, Chef Gusteau, where they stick his face on like pizza pop tart sort of crap stuff, and he used to be this like that's what they're doing with Tom Clancy's name on this, just sticking him on the microwave pop tart kind of not pop tarts because they're world class, but the hot pockets, that sort of stuff. It's not Ghost Recon. I'm excited for Ghost Recon games, definitely. I'm not excited for what Ubisoft have been doing. I'm intrigued, but not excited, and it seems like everyone else has had that plus some more. So we got it cancelled because that's what we do. According to me. I was quite excited to play it, to be honest, says Viv. It seems like you and 20% of the audience were, 80% of the audience weren't, which or ish. I don't know if that's exactly what the numbers. I'm assuming if it's 4 times the amount, that's how it works, right? Right? Yep, right. Okay, that 2% is just someone who didn't renew their Ubisoft subscription. His baby finished Valhalla, and he was like, sod that, yeah.
I'm out of here.
Wildlands, I got bored, and that upsets me. Yeah, I played both briefly, says Bonsai, although Wildlands was the better one. It didn't hold my attention for long. Bonsai did say something else as well, but chat must have gone. But where did we get to? There we go. Viv says, Watch Dogs 1, yes. 2, 3, I put it down after 1 hour. Exactly, and that's the kind of thing. It's that Ubisoft are very good at trying to make money. They are very good at trying to production line stuff, which is what you really need in a modern video game world, is a production line, the ability to have the next thing ready just after the first thing. But quite often, that doesn't happen. Something like PUBG will be a flash in a pan, and then PUBG Corp or Crafton or Bluehole or whatever name they're going to be called next week will change so drastically off the back of that one huge success that they don't really know how to keep up with the desire of that in video games. And Ubisoft are the opposite. They know how to keep things going. The difference is, in their push to keep things going, they're losing out on a lot of the content, the quality content, which is why an annual Assassin's Creed, it's like, it's not FIFA. It's not PES. It's not NBA or NHL or like that. We don't need an annual Assassin's Creed game. Just because it's Christmas, we don't need you to throw out another one. So they've realised, okay, we'll slow down with that. And I feel like they need to do the same sort of approach with Ghost Recon. Okay, less is more. Quality over quantity. And then we'll start to get somewhere. So this redirection could be a switch to quality. But after everything that's happened, I feel like they'll always get painted with the quantity brush at this point in time. Never played the Watch Dogs games. Decent. Remember Hyperscape? Ish. I mean,
I actually watched a video on that this morning.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
I did. There was a guy who was like absolutely adored the game, and he went back in. Like he's like 1 year on, and like it took him forever to try and get into a game because even though it's cross-platform, people just started struggling to try and get hold of 23 players. I think you have in a map. And like you said, when you jump in, like the whole city would usually be up in like, well, not in flames, but you'd hear bullets flying and people battling and stuff like that. And there just wasn't much of anything knocking about.
Slam
like
on the floor and you hear like a horn beep down the road and a dog bark.
Yeah, like a fart in the wind.
Yeah, I mean, and that's a shame because they did the marketing stuff for that right. It was the wrong direction. I mean, just now, boom, in the chat, 5 hyperscape emotes that will always be there permanently forever. They must have spent money on making this big. It's just your decisions and your directions. So the whole idea about being prepped before launch, getting the live streamed stuff, getting the assets, getting the streamers involved, hyperscape partners and stuff like that, getting the emotes on there, having ideas for content down the road and stuff. But the whole content idea is just. No. So Ubisoft are an exceptional company, really, really good company. One of the most forward-thinking companies, in my opinion. But whoever is doing their content decision stuff, not so much. Ken!
I sup the EQ, I sup the EQ, I sup the EQ, I sup, sub, I sup, sub.
He sups the EQ. Yay! Ken, thank you very much for the 2-month streak, buddy. Thank you very much, dude. How are you doing today? Oi, fellas, have you been playing? Have you been playing games? Have you done the update on PUBG? What are you thinking? Have you grabbed anyone and run around with anyone on your shoulders yet? Because I was watching Hamish's stream this morning and it looks so much fun. It looks so good. But yeah, if you haven't checked out Kane's channel, by the way, if anyone can just do a shout out for Kane, he's a good guy. He does some chilled streams, usually banter filled, playing PUBG with a lot of the guys that you will see in our streams. So if you want someone else to play PUBG with when we're not on, then do feel free to check out Kane. Thank you very much for the 2-month support, dude. Appreciate it. So yes, anyway, we will move on from that one. We've had a little bit of a chat on this. Ghost Recon Frontline, the beta test has been delayed. We obviously took that on a tangent to look at Ubisoft and the state of Ubisoft games / Ghost Recon in general. I don't think it's a bad sign for Ubisoft. Far Cry is doing okay at the moment. I'm not sure it'll be a game that lasts long, but that's just the nature of that style of game. Ghost Recon Frontline, though, is a game that they do want to last that long, but it doesn't look like it looks like it's dead on arrival at this point in time. They're going to have to do something big to turn that around. So we will keep our eyes on that and update you with the story as it develops. Just like we said we would do with yesterday's story, which is this one. Activision unveils new server-side and kernel-level anti-cheat solution for Call of Duty, which is heading to Vanguard and Warzone. Written by Matt Wales at Eurogamer. And this is basically the new Call of Duty anti-cheat system. If you didn't see the article yesterday, we led with the news that this would be coming and told you that we would update you. So this is the story. Activision, still embroiled in increasingly messy legal battles. Excuse me one second. Nice little off-stream burp. You love it. Still embroiled in increasingly messy legal battles following the California Department for Fair Employment and Housing, DFEH. Anyway, the DFH's lawsuit alleging sexual discrimination, harassment, and a frat boy culture at Blizzard Entertainment has finally shared details of Ricochet. I mean, that was full-on shoehorning 2 articles into the start paragraph. Activision has finally shared details of Ricochet, its previously teased new anti-cheat solution for Call of Duty. I just want to point out, I do like the fact that they do keep bringing these articles up because it's important to keep mentioning that, but I'm not sure shoehorning 2 articles into the start of a paragraph is probably the best way I would do that. Anyway, they finally shared details of Ricochet's previously teased new anti-cheat solution for Call of Duty. Ricochet is described as a multifaceted approach to combating cheating and includes new server-side tools which monitor analytics to identify cheating, enhanced investigation processes to stamp out cheaters, updates to strengthen account security, and more. I'm going to scroll down and hit play on this video. I'll keep it low. I will have the audio on as I'm reading though. One major part of the new anti-cheat solution is kernel-level driver for PC that will sit on players' computers and monitor for applications that attempt to interact and manipulate Call of Duty in an unsportsmanlike manner. While the kernel driver will release the PC, notes Activision in its announcement post, by extension, console players playing via crossplay against players on PC will also stand to benefit. Kernel-level anti-cheat solutions such as those seen in Doom Eternal and Valorant have proven controversial in the past given the high degree of access they have to a player's system. However, Ricochet differs from similar implementations in its initial rollout, at least, to use Activision's phrasing, in as in as much as it isn't always on. The software turns on when you start Call of Duty Warzone and shuts down when you close the game, says Activision. Plus, the kernel-level driver only monitors and reports activity related to Call of Duty. Considerable more time is spent attempting to assure PC players that Ricochet's kernel-level driver is safe and no threat to their privacy in Activision's introductory post and accompanying FAQ, should you wish to learn more. Ricochet's server-side anti-cheat backend will initially launch alongside Call of Duty Vanguard on the 5th of November before making its way to Warzone as part of the Pacific update. Conversely, Ricochet's kernel driver will debut in Warzone again with the Pacific update and will release for Vanguard at a later time. Ooh? I'm confused. Should that have system-specific stuff? Ricochet's... okay, there we go. It's the anti-cheat backend, and then the kernel driver. Yeah, the kernel drive. I get it now. Nice. Anyway, the Ricochet anti-cheats team commitment is the relentless pursuit of fair play, which is fought against the sophisticated issue of cheating. Activision concludes, we are dedicated and determined to evolve Ricochet anti-cheat system over time, fighting for the community against those that aim to spoil their gaming experience. Apologies if that was a little bit of a difficult one to digest, because it's anti-cheat kernel level stuff, which might not make sense to some people. It doesn't entirely make sense to me, if I'm being honest. Also, I was reading that, and you could tell, I could tell that the lurgy was growing as I was going through that. So by the end of it, I sounded like, I think I'm dying. So if you did manage to stick with us through that, I appreciate you still being here. Thank you very much. Anyway, Bib, new server-side solutions plus kernel-level anti-cheat solutions on PCs. Ricochet looks to have a double-pronged, or as they called it, a multifaceted approach to anti-cheats. What are your thoughts?
I don't know if it's going to work. Like, I'm always skeptical about this stuff because it's the same discussion kind of what we had yesterday with just a tiny little bit more information. Like, I feel like they've made a song and a dance about this, and it sounded like it was going to be a threat to everyone who even thought of cheating in their games. Like, I don't think this is going to be the be all and end all of their cheating anti-combat measures and stuff like that. I don't think it's going to go as well as what they think it is. I feel like they've obviously got some stuff hidden behind, because why would they show their full hand now before the game's even out? It feels weird. It sounds weird. I think this is one of them that we're going to have to wait and see, I suppose.
I had to delete stuff because I wanted Ricochet COD's multifaceted anti-cheat on thingy, and it just wouldn't work. So Ricochet multifaceted anti-cheat. There we go. We all understand. We're talking about COD. Nice. Yeah, I agree. There's not much you can say about an anti-cheat. By definition, an anti-cheat is to stop someone from cheating. If you were about to tell someone how your anti-cheat stops them from cheating, they won't do that. They will do something else. So there's not much that they can say about this. I kind of feel like it's one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't, though. If they didn't come out and say cheating is done, mate, then people will be like, oh, Call of Duty, that's full of cheats, isn't it? It's just like people that go, oh, PES, that's full of fake teams and you can't do about it, right? It's like, actually, no. One of the best bits about the PES community is the community, which changes the kits and stuff in games. So you can play as Man City, not Man Blue, and so on. People just take that and run with it, though. So them coming out and going, cheating is dead, I get it. I understand. But it just feels, it feels like, who was it? Was it, someone said red rag to a bull is kind of the way that they treated it yesterday. I can't remember who said that in the chat yesterday. I fully agree with it. And I do feel for them in terms of, there's a lot of people that will be taking umbrage with the kernel level anti-cheating system. Fixer!
Hey,
there he is. If you don't know MC Fixer, by the way, and you haven't already dropped a follow on MC Fixer's channel, then make sure you do this right now. Not only is he a ridiculously good content creator, but he's also live from like silly o'clock in the morning. He's always live. He's always
wasn't
there.
this morning. I had to tell him his Discord. Get ass out of bed and get streaming.
But yeah, no. When I'm pre-stream or when I'm working away, Fixer's channel is usually one of the channels that I have on while I'm lurking away. I say lurking. Quite often we're in the chat actually talking to him, not working. But still, you know what? Lurking, not working. It's one of those. But yeah, make sure you go check him out. MC Fixer, who is apparently is he in talks with Bibby about playing? Am I allowed to say stuff? I'm a cheat stuff?
Yeah, there was some Football Manager stuff that's in the mix. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, FMBB, yeah. I did see when I was in Fixer's chat yesterday. He was talking about playing either what was it, Back for Blood or his FIFA career, and I was on the verge of saying, "Save Back for Blood, join me and Bib," but I don't even have a copy yet. So I thought, fuck, I can't offer playing with us.
I have a copy.
Yeah,
I have a copy.
So if you don't have a Back for Blood squad, then you could play through with us, Fixer. When I get it. When we play
about it this morning. Because he's not got anyone to squad up with. And it's like, it's far too early because me and you have obviously got work stuff to do away from doing the streaming stuff that I couldn't just go, yeah, we can jump on, we can all team up and stuff like that. We just don't have the time at the moment until it's the evenings.
Yeah, exactly. So the original plan was we're going to play it this evening, but I still don't have it. Older Slayer, thank you very much for the follow. And Avenged92 as well, thank you very much for the follows, dudes. Says Game Pass, yes, Game Pass. However, Game Pass would only benefit me on my PC. My PC is a good PC for streaming. I'd rather run it through the PS5, so that way I can leave the PC for stream and we don't get any lagging potential, drop frames and stuff like that. So yeah, and I need it on PlayStation just so that we can run it smoothly. My people, we talk to your people. Yeah,
great style.
Is it crossplay? It is. Well, it was in the beta anyway. I played on PlayStation. Shaw played on PC, and Bibby was. Were you on PC or were you on the Xbox when you were playing?
I was playing on PS5, but I think Shaw was on his. Oh no, he was PC. Spike was PC. Me and you was both on PlayStation.
And Ads was on PS4 as well, so it's cross-format, cross-play.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm an early morning, all-day gamer. Check him out. Yeah, Ads was on PS4. There you go. Nice. So yeah, make sure you check out Fixer. Check him out. Drop him a follow. Also, not just Twitch as well. He has like 72. He's got 2 YouTube channels. But do feel free to check his. If you are an Xbox player, I know there's a lot of Xbox fans in here as well. Fixer does have his own podcast, so we're on a podcast right now. If you want to listen to my Xbox and me, check out Fixer's YouTube content too. Nice. But what we were talking about right now is Ricochet, the new anti-cheat for Call of Duty. We've just been talking about, I don't know if you dropped in, where you guys dropped in, but we were just talking about the fact that Activision and COD were it was kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. Obviously, they've come from an environment where COD is synonymous with cheating right now. Multiple high-profile content creators have left the Call of Duty scene because of it. It's definitely a talking point. So they have to come out and do something about that. Mm-hmm. Did they do it right, though, with the red rag to a bull? Yesterday, we were showing the email and the Twitter post that they put out, and it was basically like, cheaters, we're coming for you, mate. We're taking you down. And it was like, did you need to do that? Did you need to have that sort of angle? And then to just come out a day later without any real details. Obviously, you can't give those details. But I was just saying, I do like the fact that they are going for the kernel-level driver. I know a lot of people dislike that stuff because kernel-level drivers has access to more than it needs in your system. I don't know. It's not like the kernel-level drivers are there to just impede on your privacy. It's there to protect your gameplay. I
feel like if you've got access to an internet connection, then your PC is always at risk anyway. Like
exactly.
You can have all of the drivers and all of the defense walls, firewalls, malware bytes, or anything like that that can protect you against this stuff. If your computer has an internet connection, you're always going to be at risk anyway, regardless of what you end up installing or whatever protection there is there for people to not cheat in video games. Like 100%. I would appreciate it. I would have appreciated it more if they didn't do the red rag to a bull stuff and they just had the pretty red button that they would have just been able to slap, and then everyone who's been cheating then gets flagged up as a cheater. IP ban, bosh, Cinnabit. If you end up, it's unfortunate if it's an IP ban if you're playing with your dad or your brother or your sister or whoever else in the house is playing it and they all get banned at the same time. That's grim, but the harsh reality is that one person who's been in that house has been spoiling games for thousands of people or hundreds of people. Thousands, a bit of an exaggeration, but I mean, maybe not in a battle royale game because it could be 99 people that you're playing differently every single time.
100%. Like if you go in and you cheat in one game of PUBG, that's 100 people that you've potentially. They may not come across you specifically. They may die to someone else, but that's 100 people's games that's just been left to fester. None of it counts if the cheater wins. So yeah 10 games of that's 1,000 people. I can smash through 10 games of PUBG in no time because I die straight away and start again, obviously. But still, no, I agree.
This is not an exaggeration by any stretch. Genuinely, you must have played with at least 1 million people.
2 years on PlayStation, I think it's been, and then some years on Xbox, and then the same. It was like about a year on PC before it came to consoles. So yeah, probably wouldn't be surprised. Obviously, a lot of those will be the same players, but you get the point. Anyway, let's jump back through the chat. What's the origin of your name, by the way, says Older Slayer? Well, we work. Let me jump into this cam for a sec. So we work in the video games industry. We actually work for a digital marketing agency called Jelly Media. So we do social media, we do influencer content placement, we do esports, we do events, we do merchandise and stuff. So the reason I jumped into this is because you can see the Jelly logo there. Ish. If I can hide my face, it might zoom in. Jelly logo. But that Jelly logo is on our esports shirt. So Jelly is the name of the business. Ice cream is the name of our content side. And everyone knows that Jelly and ice cream just goes well together. So Jelly and ice cream is the idea. So ice cream is the name. Uploads was just the modifier because ice cream was obviously already taken. Just like Fixer was saying in the stream yesterday, he would like to have just been Fixer, but it was taken. So MC Fixer is the brand that he went with. Uploads was something different. We upload content. We upload data to the internet when we stream. Uploads works. So we got ice cream uploads across all platforms. So that's where it came from. There you go. That ends my tip.
And it wasn't taken.
Touche, yeah. Ice cream official, ice cream tweets, the ice cream.
Ice cream _uploads.
Exactly, yeah. We didn't want a spurious underscore or anything in there, so that's where uploads came from. Ad says I was carrying two. Not going to lie, you probably were at times. Although when I got that shotgun, nobody carried me. I was the man. Once I got that like AA-12 or whatever it was, bang, 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 bang. It's all right, they're all dead. Got it, mate. I'll drop in your chat when your next live, Captain says Bacon Chin. Yeah, you love to see the love. Older Slayer says, good anti-cheat has to be kernel level, else they will be useless. And that's what I'm saying. Like, people are like, oh, I don't want you. It's like, well, you don't want good video games then. If you don't want the anti-kernel, the kernel level stuff, then you're not going to have good anti-cheats. Therefore, the games are ruined by other people. So it just needs to be. Avenged says Warzone with a decent anti-cheat. I'll believe it when I see it. Exactly. And that's the thing, though. It could be a really good anti-cheat, but the red rag to a ball stuff is, like we said yesterday, it's the old like sloth meme with its arms out. Come at me, bro. That's what it is. It's like, let's bring it on. Take it on. We'll have a go. We'll see your anti-cheat and we will take you down, all the cheaters. So it could work for 5 minutes and then it could just be the target. And it's big money as well, though. So even without the come at me, bro, people are going at them anyway. I don't want KFC having access to my system, says Tito. The Colonel can keep his nose out of it. I believe Riot's Vanguard is kernel level. Excuse me 1 second. Yeah, Riot's is kernel level. It was what it mentioned. It mentioned too in the article actually. So Valorant is kernel level, and what was the other one? I can't find it at a glance. So yeah, I mean, and they work well. So it kind of shows that that's kind of where it needs to be. Bacon Chen says if KFC hadn't got wrecked by the Turtle Rock tweet the other day, they could create a kernel driver. I didn't see this. Drop me a link. I need to see if we've got something happening in the Twitter sphere. I want to know. Oh, by the way, talking about Twitter sphere, did anyone know that when brands have banter with each other, that's called branter? I did not know that until I read it in an article yesterday. That's not a word that I'm going to be using. It's like when people contract names like Brangelina, Brad and Angelina, Branter. No, it's not for me. It's It's just, what website was it? Because I was sat there going, what's a brand? What's this? I'm cancelling you for bringing awareness. This needs to be made aware. If we don't raise awareness on this issue, if we don't raise awareness of this issue, Bacon Chin, you can't just be ignorant of social discourse that needs correcting. We don't get better as a society if we don't face the tough issues. So we have to bring it up to make sure he doesn't get brought up again. Kernel-level driver is a prestige award in Tom Glance's 2K22 golf. Excuse me, I'm dying now. Stick all the cheaters in one lobby, no progression. Boom, everyone's a winner. Touche.
There was a game that did that fairly recently. I'm sure they did, and I can't remember what game it was.
We've spoken about this recently as well.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, but I can't remember the game.
If anyone remembers
what game did that,
drop it in the chat. Lads, it's a good Thursday. Double pepperami lunch, says Next Gen Base. Someone's doing well. Easy, Tiger.
Big flex.
Make sure you go check out Next Gen Base on YouTube. The next review is going to be a double pepperami lunch. Yeah. Timeless says it didn't work well in the beta. Motherboard beta was full of cheaters. They didn't have any of it in the beta, though, did they? I think they did mention that. That the... the beta had none of the anti-cheat stuff in it, so that doesn't surprise me too much. When brands have banter on social media, what's that called? The apocalypse. That's what it's called. To the fucking sea with them all. Says Next Gen Base. I'm on board with that more than I am with the term branter. I mean, I agree with the principles of it, but some of it is just so bad. When it works, it works. If it's natural, it's exceptional. But when it's
the Caterpillar one recently was the best example of that.
Yeah, but there's been so much stuff though that like good brands have banter off the bat and it works exceptionally well. Bad brands force banter. I'm going to stop using that phrase now because I hate it. Bad brands force that and try to make it look natural. Okay, I'm going to say this, then you respond with this, and then I'll say with this, and we'll high fives. Yeah, nice. No, do it, and then just live in the moment. Mr. T says, disagree. Not all of it is pre-planned. Many times it's just off the cuff and fun. Exactly, like the stuff that Tiny Tina's Wonderlands did around, was it E3 or Gamescom, Mr. T? Where they were riffing on all of the trailers, like the Guardians trailer and stuff like that. That isn't, I'm not saying the word, brandy banter. That is a brand being creative. That is good social media, not pre-planned stuff that just, hey, Among Us game, did we ever say that we like your game? And it's like, well, no, you didn't, because they told us that you were a dickhead for stealing it just 2 weeks ago. And then Among Us go, no, you did not. Maybe we could do something together. Maybe we can. Wink. Freeze.
Don't need it.
Yeah, no. GTA Online put all the cheaters in a specific lobby together. Is that what it was? GTA Online? Fucking yes, please. I've got all the time in the world for that. Next level shithousery. That's what you want as anti-cheat. If your anti-cheat has some form of shithouse in it, yes, shithouse everyone. Get them all shithoused. Scrolly. That's fair. It's the planned stuff that makes me cringe into myself. I agree. A sloth is probably a good representative. Chats, everyone's talking. A slop is probably a good representation for the COD meme, since it's done so long to get any anti-cheat going in the first place. Apex Legends is dealing with cheaters by putting them together, according to Google. Nice. Or the Weetabix Beans banter was genius. Yeah, what started that now? I can't even remember now. Things happen so quick. Please stop saying it. I've stopped. It's already. The worst thing is there was a D in there as well, which just confused me at first when I first read it. Wendy's Twitter account is savage. See, the Wendy's Twitter account is class though, but that's the thing though. A lot of people see that and think that it's just easy to do, and it's not. There's a reason why people get paid to do social media content, because that sort of stuff can look horrendous unless you're intelligent with it. And good social media managers earn their money by doing that sort of stuff on the fly, but thinking about not what they're saying, not how to get the humor in, but what are the connotations? If I say this, can people see it in this way? Will it have an impact that way? Can we spin it forward into something bigger this way? And Wendy's team are just on the ball, 100%. Didn't EasyJet just have some of that word yesterday? I don't know, did they? I don't know. Comedic effect. It was Gamescom. Yeah, exactly. So the Tiny Tina's Wonderland stuff at Gamescom, obviously, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Game from 2K. Obviously, we're not going to ask Mr. T too much because he works at 2K. Obviously, we don't want to put him in any trouble or anything. So I will say bits that I've seen. He can just nod along in agreement. Yes, okay, great. But basically, your game comes out at Gamescom, where all the other games are coming out, and everyone's going, "Hey, look at me, look at me, look at me," because that's what the idea of an expo is, or a watch along is. It's full of games that all want your attention. So Tiny Tina's knew that it had its 15 minutes of fame, and then do we just start talking about ourselves? Hey, this game's good. You might not have known that you can pre-order. Also, exceptional special editions and stuff. I mean, that's what every video game will probably be saying because those are the general marketing things. Whereas Tiny Tina's social media, rather than doing that afterwards, started talking about other games, started speaking to, I can't remember what games came out. All I can remember from Gamescom now is that fucking trebuchet. That's the only thing stuck in my mind. But let's say it was Valhalla. It wasn't Valhalla. Let's say Valhalla come out. Tiny Tina's were talking to Ubisoft UK about, nice Vikings, taking the piss or whatever. But not taking the piss, but like it was good banter, not the other word. Just banter. That's what it should be. Banter. Brandy banter is not that contraction. It's yeah. I cannot wait for Titwool. There you go. Titwool. You can't wait for Titwool. Nice. Brandy banter. I'll need as my female footballer in FIFA 22 Pro Clubs. There you go, Brandy banter. I love the Borderlands series. Says ads. Turn it off and on again. If that doesn't fix it, hardware replacement. Boom. That's pretty much. Correct, to be fair. They suggested beans were a good accompaniment to Weetabix. The world lost its shit. Everyone chipped in. Yeah, nice. On the topic, though, I stopped playing Warzone and played it a lot because of cheating that was rife. Hopefully this works and brings me back. I'm going to be playing it soon because I've seen that Ghostface from Scream is coming into it, and I want that skin. So I've got Kylo Ren, and I've not played Fortnite for about a year now, but I've got Kylo Ren waiting for me when I return, and Ghostface will be my Call of Duty one of those. Arkham Asylum's anti-cheat / piracy remains the pinnacle. Pirate the game. We were talking about this one yesterday. This one we did mention yesterday. Pirate the game. It breaks Batman's cape so he can't glide. Boiled piss all over the forums. Then a press release saying, if your cape's broken, buy the fucking game. Wonderful.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Tiny Tina's Wonderland's rigged giveaway when, Kappa? No comment, but soon. No, fuck, I commented, no, god damn it. If people never saw the Weetabix thread, have a read through. Yeah, I remember it. I just couldn't. Who was it that started it, though? That's the bit. I can't remember where it started. Who was it, the one that posted the initial Weetabix and Beans stuff? That's the bit I can remember. Wezza says elite level of forward planning that. We spoke about yesterday. We spoke about the Football Manager one as well. Football Manager had an error that popped up when you got, say, 5 seasons into it. So you're just starting to actually make waves in your Football Manager save, and the game just crashes with an error code ABC123, and then they created like a spoof account on the forum that just said, hey guys, I've got an error code ABC123 popping up in my game. Is anyone else having this? And then loads of people was going, yeah, I've got the same error code as well. And then one of their official admins says, if you're getting this error code, just fill out this form here, send us your details. So all these people filled out this form and sent it through, and then got banned because that error code was just in a cracked version of the game that they put out on the internet. So yeah,
amazing,
absolute exceptional stuff. Exceptional. Apologies if you listened to that story yesterday, but it's worth saying at least once a day because that is world class. Anyway, moving forward, we'll have to pick up the pace through these last two. Do you know what? We'll pause the Sony one about VR games. We'll move that one back to tomorrow because we can't really skip too quickly through the next story because obviously we're all big fans of football. We've spoken about this 2 or 3 times previously, so we kind of need to make sure that we have a good few minutes to talk on this. We're already over time, so it won't be a lot of minutes, but it'll be enough. Jordan Midler at VGC says EA's FIFA dispute is reportedly over demands for a doubled $2.5 billion fee. So the publisher recently suggested it was prepared to rebrand the long-running football series. I'll drop out for a second. So to give context, I've mentioned it earlier, but since then, Fixer did drop as a raid. So EA has a football game. That football game is called FIFA. The name of that game is taken from the governing body, FIFA. So to use that name, EA gets paid a wedge of cash. And I, off the cuff yesterday, said, just round figures, I said, what if FIFA wants $10 million and EA just don't want to spend $10 million. Well, look, the game will be a success by this point, with or without that $10 million. So we'll give you $5 million. So you're still getting something. If not, we'll just bugger off. We don't take the FIFA. We'll call it EA Sports Football Club, EA Sports FC. But you can take $5 million to call it quits, what you're saying. And I said that thinking maybe that's right. Maybe that's a low ball figure. Maybe that's a high figure. Maybe there or thereabouts. Did not in a million years expect FIFA's dispute to be over $2.5 billion just to use the name on a brand. That is wow. Anyway, let's jump through the article quickly then. So EA is reportedly considering walking away from the FIFA license due to the body's demands for around $2.5 billion over the next decade. That's according to a new report from the New York Times, which cites people close to negotiations who claim that the footballing body is asking EA to more than double what it paid previously for the FIFA naming rights. The publication reports that at least 2 years of talks about renewing the contract that allows EA to use the organization's name hit the wall after FIFA asked for $1 billion for each 4-year World Cup cycle. FIFA, the governing body that controls the world football, is also said to be keen to limit the extent of EA's rights, while the game's publisher reportedly wants to explore highlights of actual games, arena video game tournaments, and digital products like NFTs. EA's current 10-year FIFA naming deal expires after next year's Qatar World Cup. EA publicly stated that it was exploring cutting ties with the FIFA name in an unusual press release published earlier this week. In the statement, EA Sports Group's GM Cam Webber confirmed the company was, quote, exploring the idea, end quote, of renaming the blockbuster franchise and was reviewing its naming rights agreement with World Football's governing body, FIFA. Former EA head Peter Moore, who now works at Unity Technologies, told the New York Times in a telephone interview that the statement was unusual for the games firm and that he believed it was clearly sending a little bit of a signal. While it's unclear when a decision on the future of the franchise will be made, EA has recently made several steps to ensure a future for the series with or without the governing body. Earlier this month, it was announced that Electronic Arts had come to an agreement to extend its current deal with FIFA Pro, which gives it access to the likenesses and names of professional footballers, and it was later discovered that EA had trademarked EA Sports FC with the UK's Intellectual Property Office and the European Union Intellectual Property Office this month. So, apologies, my voice is definitely going now. It's more croaky than it has been all week. Hey, my name is Graham. This is what I always sound like. Sorry. EA could be stepping away from FIFA, at least from the naming convention. It will still essentially be the same game overall, but it would save them $2.5 billion over a decade. Would that be a smart move? What are your thoughts, Bib?
Can you just repeat that money back to me again, Graham, please?
$2.5 billion over 10 years.
And what is it that they're getting from that?
4 letters.
Mm-hmm.
3 letters.
And
there's
2 competitions.
Yeah.
So it's the FIFA World Cup and maybe the FIFA Club World Cup. So they're getting the FIFA naming rights and 2 competitions. Okay, but they don't have the FIFA Pro license is completely different. So, and they've already paid for that. That's like they've already extended that, or they're in negotiations to extend that. That's away from FIFA. It does. At this point in time, FIFA needs EA Sports FIFA more than they could even imagine. Like, no one really cares about what the name is on the front of the box. Like, if it was called EA Sports FIFA or EA Sports FC next year, the game is going to be exactly the same apart from the name that's on the front of it. And if they can save themselves over £2 billion, now I've not ironically not skewed my words there. Over £2 billion or dollars or whatever the currency is that you want to put this in. That is a lot of money to have naming rights for the front cover, 2 competitions, few overlays and stuff like that. Because let's be honest, the name of the players and the likeness is more important in this game than what's on the front of the cover. Like for us, we may still be calling it FIFA. Like I'll still call eFootball PES. It's just what we've grown up with. But it's ridiculous. 2.2 billion. I genuinely thought.
Let me just stop you for just a second. Let me go to camera only. I'm going to end the call and bring you back because it's starting to good. We're good.
Did you know?
I may have been using a VPN into the office throughout the entirety of that stream. So it was me. It was me. Are we back? Can you see us? Are we good? Hey. If anyone is in the chat, do feel free to let us know. Once we know we're back up, I will then continue the conversation. I'm just going to hang until we know. Actually, I can check myself. Ad says, let's go. Refresh. We back. Boop. So yeah, basically what we were saying. I mean, I was on the VPN to the office then. My bad. But we got. I was going through the comments. That's what I was doing. I was going through the comments. Next Gen Base says, yes, FIFA discussion cracks knuckles. Ad says, football, I hate it. Wezza says, Kelly Mbappe, discuss.
Yeah, that was Wayne's Pro Club player.
Nice.
So like last year, he was like, well, during the beta, you could play as female now, can't you? You can use a female pro. So he was Kelly Mbappe. I was Felipe Foden. Mike was Harriet Maguire, I think. Yeah.
Lads.
Sad little world.
It's amazing though, because in those few minutes, you're all like, "That's fucking class." You absolute dons. It's one of those. It's one of those that when you tell it afterwards, you're like, "Oh."
Yeah.
But I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I would have been full on in there with all of the names. Christina Ronaldo, yes please. FIFA, back into the room. FIFA, the organisation in wanting ridiculous amounts of money. Shocker, says Mr. T. I know, imagine. Non-profit organisation wants profit, go figure. Imagine. Ad says FIFA, the same corporation who took bribes from country heads to rig World Cup hosts, wants more cash. Go figure. There you go. Catastrophically stupid decision from FIFA. They need EA more than EA need them. All it'll take is a few notifications in game saying, "Lol, we're called EA Football next year," and it's resolved. Phenomenally dense. Exactly. This probably means rip to the SPFL in EA Sports Football 23. How do you mean? Asim, Mr. T says they don't need FIFA. The biggest loss to them would be the Premier League. They would keep paying ridiculous amounts for that, worth it for them. I agree wholeheartedly. NGB says non-profits roll their money back into staff and communities. In theory, that means training and making things better. In reality, Infantino gets his pockets lined to Scrooge McDuck pool levels. Exactly. Yeah. Just with paper money or digital money rather than the coins these days. The SPFL comes under FIFA, I believe, and not FIFA Pro. No. They're all individual licenses, all of the leagues and clubs. FIFA Pro is players. It's basically individual players. It's essentially a body that allows them to be unionized for intents and purposes, so that they don't have to, like, one Ronaldo, his brand is easy to fight for, but some 18-year-old player at a lower league team kind of thing, it's hard for him to stand up for his own rights, and that's what FIFA Pro was essentially made for. And where did we get to? Scrolled. Yeah, I think we caught up. But yeah, no, the points in there though is that EA doesn't really need FIFA. EA used FIFA like EA used Madden. Oh, there's a brand that we can stick on our game. Back in the day, slapping a brand on your game is social recognition. It's a social recommendation. That's like getting a foot up into the games world. Look, we're real footballers, and we recommend the football game. Whereas now, people understand that football games don't need that anymore. It's its own entity in its own right. It doesn't need the FIFA institution anymore. Yeah. I mean, it still needs the reality that comes from having the Premier League, but FIFA isn't so much needed in there anymore. So if they're going at 2.5 billion, mate, guarantee 2.5 billion is probably, I say guarantee, I assume 2.5 billion is not what the Premier League are getting, even over 10 years. And if they are, fair play to them, because that's probably worth it. 2.5 billion just to call the game FIFA. That's some people sat in a boardroom in Neon or wherever FIFA's based. I can't remember that. That's UA for that one. Yeah, I don't know where FIFA's based. That's some people sat in a boardroom going, well, are they really going to change the name of their game?
Yeah.
Tell them 2.5 billion, mate. And now they're like, oh, fuck. Okay, that could be like 700 million that we've lost now because we've just doubled this shit. So that sweaty guy, that guy sat there now sweating his ass out like, it's all right, they'll come back. Honest, boys. Honest. Yeah, greed. Anyway, okay, we'll put a pin in it there. We probably could talk on this one for quite a long period of time because obviously we're all football fans. It means a lot to us, but we'll have to leave it there because we are about an hour and a half again into an hour-long show, which just shows we're having a good time this week. So yeah, thank you very much.
Standard.
Anyone that has stuck around. Fixer, thank you very much for the raid with the party of 27. Avenged and Older Slayer dropped in with Fixer as well. Thank you very much for dropping follows on the stream. Anyone that is new here that hasn't already, do think about hitting the follow button as well. It doesn't cost you a penny, but it does help with the growth of our channel. So if you do want to do that, feel free. You will get notified whenever we go live, whether it's for the scoop, whether it's for Bibby playing with Fixer on Football Manager, whether it's for Fixer joining us and friends as we run through Back for Blood on screen. On screen. PUBG, Call of Duty, whatever. Drop a follow, you get notified for all of it. Shout outs to Kane as well for dropping his 2-month sub. Mr. Bib for gifting a sub to Jade Farrar for 2 months as well. Magic for 200 bitties. Cam for a 3-month sub. And then Bambi as well, who followed before we went live this morning. Thank you very much, all of you beautiful people, for getting involved in the stream. Do you know what? We are actually just now 10 subs away from having 150 sub points, which would get us a new sub emote. Something. It is a shame that the stream did go down because Graham was on his VPN like a pillock, because we'd have had a nice tidy raid to drop on a friend of our choice. However, do you know what that really means? That means we got rid of the people that weren't sticking around anyway. So now what we have is a stream full of the people that really matter. You guys. You are the guys that we would like to take through to a raid. So make sure you stick around. We will drop a raid on one of our friends. Take some love over to someone else. That helps you because you get extra channel points in our channel. They're down there in the corner down there. You get to spend those on our channel doing all sorts of stuff, all the way through to buying yourself a sub if you stick around for long enough. So go through for the raid because you get extra sprinkles. That's our channel points. But also, it doesn't just help you, it helps the other streamer that we go and raid too. But before any of that happens, Mr. Bib, is there anything you'd like to add?
Yes, that is 4 episodes of The Scoop done for this week. We still have one more show that you can shape. So if you want to help do that for us, there is 2 ways that you can do so. First of all, find us on social media. It is at Ice Cream Uploads across all major social media platforms. Or if you're watching this on any of our on-demand services, go to the description below. All the links that you will be requiring will be listed there for you. Or get into our Discord. There's an area in there called The Scoop. All we need from you is a URL plus your thoughts and impressions. We will then give you our thoughts and impressions on the very next show, which will be at what time tomorrow? Mr. Graham Day.
10 a.m.
Absolutely.
Ish.
Absolutely.
I mean, yesterday I hit you with it. I don't know. So today I thought on the money, 10 a.m.
Doubling down.
Ish. Okay, so we will go drop a raid on one of our friends. I mean, I'm seeing the likes of Hamish or Nacho. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Stick around. The raid will start in just a second after we've thrown up the end slate. But until then, have yourselves a fantastic day. And remember to stay frosty.